And the lead back up to 23. Timeout, Orlando. And here comes another standing ovation for the Celtics.
ESPN's
5 to play here in the third. Set Celtic records this year, including passing the great Bob Cousy, the Hall of Famer. Rondo, the single-season Celtics record for assists. The single-season steals record as he passed Larry Bird and Rick Fox. The assist in the playoff game at that triple-double. He made his first All-Star team, first team All-NBA defense. In a league full of superb point guards, he is emerging as one of the best. He has been brilliant in this postseason. And again, Garnett all over Lewis. Deflected, stolen by Pierce. Dwight Howard getting his first rest of the afternoon. Allen misses the layup. Rondo is mad. He gave him an excellent pass. And we're up by 23. You can afford to smile coming down the floor. Nelson shot one goes, lands hard. Gortat the rebound. Carter. Tipped and taken by Rondo.
See, to me, right there, you got to try to dunk that on top of somebody versus dipsy-do underneath. If you're not willing to take the hit, you're not winning these games. You can't even be competitive.
That's the shot selection that we were talking about early as Lewis misses again. Rashard Lewis now 2 for 7 from the field, 0 for 3 from downtown. He's now for the series from downtown 1 for 12. And this was one of the best three-point shooters in the league during the regular season. Nice pass, Rondo, Garnett, dunk, layup, and the body language of Orlando now. A telltale sign it's a 25-point lead. Largest of the night. Rondo, by the way, that last pass, his 10th assist of the evening.
Just enjoy watching the way this guy runs this team.
Foul by Gortat. And Mark, it's just enjoyable watching the entire team, how unselfish they are, not caring who scores.
Well, not just unselfish on the offensive end, but also unselfish defensively. This team is a total team. It starts with Doc Rivers and then having leaders that you can trust that does not accept anything other than going out and doing your best for your teammates.
Garnett getting a rest. Davis will go to the free throw line. How about Davis? He's got 16 points in this game. He has scored more than the starting front line of Orlando combined.
I don't care what Glenn Davis does for the rest of his career. His finest moment that I witnessed was as Jeff Van Gundy and I were coming back from lunch in Detroit, watching him in a park during the Eastern Conference Finals, I believe,
Against Detroit.
against the Detroit Pistons, playing two-hand touch with 10 strangers. And this guy was running his routes that would make
precision.
Yeah, that would make Bill Belichick proud.
And with intensity like it was Game 7 or the Super Bowl in that case. The Stars get a rest right now. Rasheed Wallace, Davis, Tony Allen in the game. With Rondo and Ray Allen. Michael Petrus throws up a brick. Orlando shooting just 37% and 14 turnovers. Not only the turnovers, but the Celtics turn them into points. They've done that throughout the series. Rondo sidesteps Nelson. And Petrus grabs it. Under 2.5 remaining in the third. What has been a one-sided game. The Celtics have led right from the start. They've been up by as many as 25. Up by double figures most of the way. Shot clock at 5. Petrus to Gortat. Rushed it. And that's what the Celtic defense has made Orlando do. Rushing passes, rushing shots. Foul by Nelson. Free throws for Rondo. We'll have a timeout.
We'll see Rondo with the 10 points, but more importantly tonight, 10 assists. Finding a way to make plays, just waiting for the defense to tell him what to do. And time again, this guy is putting passes on point to a teammate. This is how you run the point guard position.
Technology, the NBA, where caring happens. Here in Boston, defense happens as they're up by 24. Meanwhile, our Gatorade Cooler Talk is all about the way that Celtics have started the games in these Eastern Conference Finals. And look, through the first 3 quarters, the differential. Magic have played well in the 4th quarter, but they keep putting themselves in big holes, Mark.
Well, this bad basketball, and you can't afford to put yourself in holes when you're playing against the elite. So you close out the series and you're in the conference finals, you give life, you're going to pay the price. And that's what the Magic are doing. And I see a team that basically, I think Cleveland quit. And I basically, watching this Magic team, they've just masked it a little better than the Cavs. Because this is a team that's playing uninspired right now on both ends.
So the defense of the Celtics, it just takes the fight out of you.
Stop. And that's what the NBA is all about competition. No one can take your heart unless you let them. I'm telling you that. There is no team that can take your heart. They can beat you. They can beat you bad. But there's not one person that can take your heart unless you give it to them.
Amen. I totally agree with you. The bottom line is you can lose. That's all right to lose.
And I'm going to tell you this. I told you this, Mark, so you can document this. I told you before the series that I thought it was a mismatch. I thought Boston was clearly the better team in the starting lineup and also on the bench. So it's not like I'm pouncing now. I just thought Boston is too good for him. I did. However, there's a big difference between losing like they lost in the first 2 games and when they got in a deficit tonight. It's that glum look like they're a victim. They're no victims. You get paid to play. And when it gets hard, that's when you define yourself as a player in this league.
We talked about it. There was no pressure on the Magic tonight. This was an ideal situation for them to let their head down and go out and play.
See, and I thought they did. They were ready to play. They played hard. They didn't play well. And then when it got tough, instead of showing what they're about and who they are and who they've been for the last 2 years as Ray Allen knocks it in, they gave in when it got hard tonight.
Redick. Again, the defense swarming, knocked away by Davis. Redick calls timeout. Boston not letting up defensively despite the 25-point lead. And we'll take a break. Just over a minute remaining in the 3rd quarter. And another Boston bloodbath. Rays Major League Baseball on ESPN and ESPN3.com Sunday and Monday. Mets are winning. Did you hear the final score today, Mark?
It's not over.
All right. Williams has it. Redick. Lewis fires a 3. In and out. That one halfway down. Rondo running the show once again. Allen, quick release. Knocks down the 3. Leave him for a second. And the largest lead of the night.
And that was great defense by J.J. Redick. He did everything he was supposed to do. Jason Williams falls asleep, and Ray